What up, what up? Say Stoke G, back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is gonna be Gen X is running out of money and it's sad. So we can talk about it. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that subscribe to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the videos out to give you leverage to better sales. So let's get into it. So why do I say that Gen X is running out of money and it's sad? So I've talked about Gen X for a while now, maybe like within the last couple of weeks, talking about certain aspects of Gen X and how we navigate life, how life is treating us, mainly how life is treating us, you know what I'm saying? And it's not treating us really good, man. It really isn't. So I'm going to go over some things that's happened over the years to a certain degree, as far as how Gen X has been kind of put in a bad position to a certain degree. And this is not all Gen Xers, you know what I'm saying? There's some Gen Xers right out there right now that are killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are extremely financially stable. They did the right thing for themselves and for their families. And, inflation is not affecting them that much or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're really navigating their finances very well. Not really worried about anything. But I'm just saying, man, there's still a significant amount of Gen Xers out there right now. There are, like I said in that one video, burning out, and they don't know what they're going to do when it comes to how they're going to navigate their finances in the future, and how they're going to retire. A lot of Gen Xers out there right now, they do not see retirement. They don't see themselves ever retiring. What do we equate to retirement? Money, finances, right? Being able to take care of ourselves monetarily without actually working for active income. So a couple of things I want to go over to a certain degree when it comes to how Gen Xers have been, well, in this instance, not treated, but the positions we've been put in over the last, I don't know, let me see, I'm almost at this year makes 20 years that I've just joined the Army. So we'll say I'll say about last 30 years, something like that. Yeah, about last 30 years. So on the first one that I want to speak on real quick is the .com bubble. So not to get into the weeds of things, but I'm pretty sure a lot of Gen Xers remember the .com bubble, especially the older Gen Xers. So the .com bubble was around the late 90s, early 2000s. So what that was there were a lot of tech businesses that were open during that time. The internet was in its infancy. The internet was blowing up, right? And there were a lot of companies out there that were establishing themselves to try to get themselves on board with this internet thing. Hence YouTube, right? I'm not sure if YouTube was a part of that bubble. It wasn't, because I mean YouTube is now it exists right now. I'm talking on YouTube right now, right? But there were a lot of .com businesses that actually went under because the bottom fell out. I can get into that into another video too. It's very interesting how the bottom fell out. But that was a really bad financial catastrophe. Amazon was in existence during that time. Actually, Amazon took advantage of that situation when it crashed. So a lot of folks that came out on the other end of that .com bubble burst did very well. Amazon, for example, like, I mean, man, everybody should know what Amazon is, right? But that was around that time. And of course, Gen Xers were adults during the .com bubble. So if you was a part of that situation, that bubble that burst, you may not have been a business owner during that time, but you was navigating the economy during that time, and then the economy took a hit when the .com bubble happened. So I know that's one of the things that kind of obscure when it comes to like folks really talking about it. Nobody really talks about the .com bubble, but it was a real thing. The next one, and I'm pretty sure a lot of folks know about this one, especially Gen Xers, is the housing crash of 2008. I know that one personally. And I was in the Army during that time, right? So I didn't lose my job during that time, right? But the economy took a huge blow during that time, huge blow. Folks walking away from their homes. I explained this on another video one time before, I think a couple months ago, where I was stationed in Georgia during that time. My apartment was about a mile and some change. Actually, I don't think it was that far. I might have been a mile away or whatever. You know what I'm saying? From the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. I lived right off of Washington Street in Augusta, Georgia. And like I said, I was like, I could damn near throw a rock at the Masters golf course. And on the other side of that was a couple of back roads. So me and my wife would drive down the roads to go to the store and some other places, and you would see these homes where the car was still out there. These folks abandoned their home and their car. Like their home is still furnished. They didn't take the time to get their furniture out enough. They just literally walked away from homes. It was insane. It was crazy. So a lot of folks lost their jobs during that time as well. A lot of folks lost their homes during that time. So Gen Xers, older Gen Xers during that time would have been probably in the the older Gen Xers would have been in their mid to late 30s during that time, right? So most folks in their mid to late 30s are getting their stride when it comes to their career, if they have a career, right? So just imagine being in your stride, to start making more money, get more bonuses or whatever situation you're in with your career, and the housing market crashes and the economy takes a tank, right? I remember going to the gas station and gas was $4 during 2008. Now imagine, this is 2008 now. Now I know we just had a situation with gas a couple months ago with the Strait of Hormuz being closed by Iran, and gas prices went through the roof. At least we say it went through the roof, right? But that was a real thing. I don't know if anybody remember that, but gas in Georgia went to freaking $4 in 2008. This is not the same economy as 2026. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine paying $4 per gallon of gas in 2008. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Gen Xers during that time dug into their savings, dug into some investments if they had investments, right? Dug into their 401k, and they floated, right? Credit card debt. You know what I'm saying? Like just all these things they had to do to survive the 2008 housing crash. That was a bad time, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've talked about this plenty of times in my channel before, man. 2008 was something else. It really was. I'm telling you. It took a long time for me to recover from that. Long time, right? Because I made some bad financial decisions the year before, and then when I came back from Kuwait in 2008, it was crazy. Nobody would have expected that, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that showed me that, not having your finances right can really destroy you and your family. So after that, I watched my finances like a hawk. Now I'm not saying I didn't make any other decisions that weren't all that great after that, but I was really subconscious about saving money and about investing money after that. I really was, man. And I had a lot of soldiers that helped me through that, and some officers that I talked to that actually really taught me about money. So yeah, man, that was a learning experience for me. But Gen Xers, if they had the savings to float, they did that because they had no choice, right? So you got some Gen Xers out there right now that they haven't recovered totally from 2008. You still got folks out there that are still feeling the results of 2008. It's crazy. It sounds like it shouldn't be possible, but it is. What's the other one I was talking about? So also we have the pandemic that happened about 6 years ago now, right? Folks wound up losing jobs during the pandemic. I know there were some scenarios where some folks actually were getting more money than were making on their job because of unemployment or other things, whatever. But there was some Gen Xers out there, and they stride, right, that actually lost their job during the pandemic. So if you lose your job and you have other resources to pull from when it comes to finances, what you gonna do? You're gonna use them because you're not getting the money right now. So what you gonna do? You just not pay for anything? That's not gonna happen, right? So you had a lot of Gen Xers that once again pull from their 401k, pull from their 403b, pull from their savings to float, to survive, right? So that messed some folks up. And then as of recent, this war in Iran is going on where we got like this inflation. These are the things, whatever. So there's a lot of things that's happened during the time that Gen X has been adults that have put us in a situation to where we are running out of money, right? And it's a sad situation, man. It really is, because once again, just like the other video I talked about, I think last week, where I said that Gen X is being pulled from all directions when it comes to resources, right? And one of the main resources that Gen Xers hold is wealth, is money. So, I can only imagine being an older Gen Xer right now. I'm a young Gen Xer, right? I'm at the tail end of Gen X. But the older Gen Xers, so like let's say the ones that are in their late 50s, early 60s, right? I can imagine being that age where I felt the effects of the dot-com bubble, and I lost money, right? I felt the effects of 2008 and I lost money. I felt the effects of the pandemic and lost money, right? And now, right, this crazy inflation right now, and I'm losing money and I'm bleeding out when it comes to money. So you got all these things that happen during the time that Gen X has been adults, and I think a lot of Gen Xers right now, their 401ks are blown away, right? Their 401ks are cooked. Their 403bs are cooked. Their savings cooked, right? Their investments, they had to get, they probably had to cash out and liquidate their investments or their assets, right? So those are cooked. So like I said, I'm not saying that all Gen Xers in this boat right now. I think there are a significant amount of Gen Xers right now that are killing it. I know some of them, right? I wouldn't say for myself I'm killing it, but am I hurting right now? No, I wouldn't say that, right? I think I could be in a better, finer position right now than I was, last year, right? But at the end of the day, my family is taken care of, and that's one of the main things that helps me sleep at night, right? Because even though being furloughed last year, I took a huge financial blow. It didn't break me, and it didn't break my finances, it didn't break my family. So I'm blessed with that, right? But yeah, man, Gen Xers, we run out of money, man. We are running out of money. And one of the solutions I would say when it comes to Gen Xers right now is watch how you spend money, man. Watch how you spend money. Watch how you lend money out, right? If you are a Gen Xer right now, you're taking care of a multitude of family members, right? You got extended family in your house right now, and you're damn near paying all the bills. Nobody's putting anything in. We got to reevaluate that, man. we got to really reevaluate that, man, because it's not fair, right? If you got able-bodied folks in the house right now that can work, especially your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got kids that are staying at home, they're Gen Zers, and they're not working, but they're adults. That's a problem. That's a serious problem, right? I understand that that Gen Z is getting the short end of the stick right now, but you got to do something, man. You got to work. You got to work somewhere. You got to get some kind of income, right? We all adults here, right? So all I'm saying is that that Gen Xers are becoming broke because of those situations I've mentioned before, and also we're being pulled for resources. We're being drained, man. Pause. We're being drained, and it's a sad situation. I do understand that there are a lot of Gen X men and even Gen X women, we take pride in being able to provide resources for our family, but there's nothing cute about going broke. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing cute about going broke. It's nothing cute about being drained of your resources because for whatever reason these folks can't help themselves. I don't know, man. we gotta figure out something because time is running out. We're not getting any younger, and we're gonna mess around and reach retirement age, and we're gonna be cooked. All right. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll catch you on this video. Say so, G. Signing out. I'm gone.